எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம். முதல்ல ப்ளீஸ் எனக்கு மன்னிச்சிடுங்க, டிலே கோசம் some miscommunication happened and the flight was extremely late, so I'm very sorry for that, and thank you so much for having the patience to sit here and wait for me. About this film, I think it's an extremely important film because it shows what the victim goes through when the act is happening and just how much a person breaks psychologically and goes to a point where they give up and say, do whatever you want with me, but just leave me here, because they don't want to die. It's a life-threatening situation, and I cannot even imagine what happens when somebody is really in a situation like that, because I felt that through this film, and to this day I haven't forgotten the impact that it has left on me. While I was shooting for this film, a rumba challenging time for me to come out of the film. Also, it took me a few months to fully forget all the pain that it had caused. I knew I was acting, but after 2-3 days I started forgetting who I was, and I just became the girl who is kidnapped and is trapped in the car amidst all these people. And for the rest, thank you so much, Harsha, for the opportunity. He did not even take my audition for this film, about which I'm very shocked, because usually, everybody likes to take an audition and go ahead. But he said, no, I want you. And he was very set in terms of having me. So I'm very grateful that he had that faith in me. In return, it also helped me have a lot of faith in him, and he has delivered. And how I think he is an amazing director, and I had a great time working with you, sir. Thank you so much. To the rest of the cast and crew, thank you so much for being so supportive on set. And my one and only wish in the Padathala is that I hope that it finds its audience and makes the kind of impact that we are hoping that it does. Thank you so much.
Ritika Singh the question கேக்குறவங்க கேட்கலாம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நான் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணி வைக்கிறேன். இறுதி சுற்று, ஆண்டவன் கட்டளை, சிவலிங்கா, ஓமை கடவுளுக்கு அப்புறம் இந்த படத்துல நடிச்சிருக்கீங்க. Why you are not choosing many films? ஏன் நிறைய தமிழ் படங்களை நீங்க நடிக்கிறது இல்ல?
நோ, எனக்கு நிறைய ஆசை இருக்கு தமிழ் படம் பண்ணணும், சத்தியமாக சொல்கிறேன். ஆனால் நான் கொஞ்சம் சூஸியாக இருக்குது. ஐ வாண்ட் டு வெயிட் ஃபார் த ரைட் ஸ்கிரிப்ட். Like whenever I do films, I want to go back home from a set and think, oh, I had a great time. Because எனக்கு தெரியாது whether the film will be a hit or a flop. All I know is I want to enjoy my journey to the final destination. So I would love to do Tamil films. நான் இப்போ நல்லா தமிழ் பேசுகிறேன், கற்றுக்கிறேன் slowly. எனக்கு ஃபுல்லாக ஃப்ளோவில் one day I want to speak Tamil, and that's my goal for now. So as and when the right script comes, I'll definitely do more of them.
All the best.
Thank you. I would love to do comedy. I think I'll fit there, because I'm a very goofy person naturally, and I have a lot of this energy, and I feel like a comedy film will utilize it really well. Also an action film with guns and cars and bikes, I think it will be great. Something like a Fast and Furious or a Wonder Woman. So off the bat, I can think of those kind of films.
Ritika, அந்த ட்ரெய்லர் 3 ட்ரிப் இப்போ போட்டு காமிச்சாங்க ட்ரெய்லர். அதில் வந்து ஒரு கட்டத்துக்கு மேலே நீங்கள் காரில் எது பண்ணுறதா இருந்தாலும் கார் உள்ளாரையே பண்ணிவிடுங்க, அப்படியே என்ன எத்தனை ட்ரிப் பண்ணுறாங்கன்னு ஒரு டயலாக் வந்தது. எதனால் அப்படி சொல்கிறீங்க?
கொஞ்சம் புரியல.
இல்லை, காருக்குள்ளாரையே அந்த மூணு கைஸ்த்தையும் காருக்குள்ளேயே நீங்கள் என்ன ஏதாவது பண்ணணுன்னா காருக்குள்ளாரையே பண்ணிவிடுங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறீங்க.
கொஞ்சம் மேலே போச்சு.
Why you are give up? You can do it how many times but inside the car.
Yes.
Why you accept as a woman inside the car? Why you are give up?
Okay, he's saying why did I accept that? Because yeah.
I'll just hand it to her. In the story, it is set up that if they take her out of the car, she is 100% dead. So, and because she has heard this, she has lost all hope, and she's scared. So that's why she makes that dialogue comes because of that.
டைரக்டர் சார், அதே மாதிரி ஒரு கொஸ்டின். நீங்கள் வந்து இப்போ பேசுகிறப்பயே சொன்னீங்க, இந்த மாதிரி இந்தியாவை பற்றி மேலை நாட்டிலலாம் வேறு மாதிரி நினச்சிட்டு இருக்காங்க, ஃபாரின் கண்ட்ரீஸ்லலாம் நம்மலாம் இல்லை ஒரு ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ணுவார். நீங்கள் வந்து ட்ரான்ஸ்லேட் பண்ணுவார் அவர். இவர் மேலை நாட்டிலலாம் நம்மளை பற்றி எல்டருக்கெல்லாம் மரியாதை கொடுக்குறவன் அப்படின்னு நினச்சிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஆனால் இங்கே எப்படி நடக்குதுன்னு படம் எடுத்துருக்கீங்க. ஏற்கனவே நம்மளை ஒரு காட்டு மிராண்டிகள்னு பார்க்குறாங்க ஃபாரினர்ஸ். இந்த மாதிரி எங்கேயோ ஒரு சம்பவம் நடக்கிறது இப்படி படமாக பிடிக்கிறது நமக்கு ப்ளஸ்ஸாக மைனஸாக இந்தியன்ஸுக்கு?
Actually, foreigners are treated as a traditional and well behavior. But if you are making film like that, what they will think about our tradition and everything? Already they choose we are arrogant like that. So if you portray like that Indians, how the foreigners will treat like any one incidents happening anywhere. So if you are mainly focused on that, it will portray widely in foreign countries.
That's a good question. Let me answer this. Because this question has been asked to me before about this film. And the answer is this. Good things are happening in our country. Really good things are happening. And all over the country they are happening. You know, and we are all proud. I am also very proud. But at the same time, we cannot ignore. See, this is our country. ये देश अपना ही है. Good, bad, ugly. We are the only ones who are making it good, bad, and the ugly. You know, when you go to the doctor, you don't say my hand is fine. Check the hand. You tell them whichever area is hurting, which needs attention. So we are coming from that place, and this is basic human right. It's not a question of women, men, sexual molestation. This is a question of basic human right. Can you imagine if you don't have control? Just think for 1 second if you don't have 100% control of your own body. We can't even imagine because it hasn't happened to us. When somebody snatches such a big part of us, that's something which needs addressed, you know. And I don't think we need to be ashamed of it or anything. These things happen in all countries, unfortunately. Worse things happen actually, you know. So we should not be ashamed. It is addressed in a way where, you know, it can sort of bring us together in a collective consciousness and maybe try to find a solution. You know, that is the hope.
Have you put a solution in the film, sir?
No. And I'll tell you why. Because, like I said, this film doesn't take sides. It doesn't say men are bad, all men are bad. It doesn't even say men should not do this or women should do this to avoid that. It doesn't. It will simply show you in very raw, in a very everyday language. It's a universal story. And that is why the producers, Mr. Sajid Qureshi, he has backed me so much that he said, it's a universal story. There is कोई भी language में shoot किया हो, it will appeal and it will connect to people all over the country. You know, the solution is very complex. The solution, I am not an activist, I am not a psychologist, I am an artist, I am a filmmaker. So I do not pretend to, you know, provide or say that I have a solution. It's a complex solution. It needs education, it needs, you know, the home culture, Sanskriti jo hum bolte hain, like upbringing. It needs environment where men grow up. If they grow up listening to their elders talking about women like that, naturally they'll think this is normal. This is how they'll grow up, you know. So that's the thing. Ritika.
What was the delay in getting the release of the movie? Actually, it was done in 2018, 2019.
Actually, the delay was for a couple of reasons. One was we had a little tussle with CBFC.
You had to change the title also, isn't it? Earlier you had something else.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did, and I'm glad that we have this title now. Because it tells you exactly what the film is, and in Hindi it also means no. INCAR means no, you know. And then the lockdown happened, and then I resat on the edit, and I thought the sensibilities of audience have changed a little bit after the pandemic, so I tightened it a little bit. So yeah.
You had any separate kind of photography in it? A
Different, yeah, different kind of
you had tried some new technique in the photography, is it true?
It's not really a new tech. Anamorphic. We shot with anamorphic lenses, which is what the American westerns are shot. Used to be shot, or what Sholay, that they used to call it CinemaScope then. So what happens when technically, I'm sorry, I won't bore you guys too much, but technically what happens if the camera is too close, like it was in the car, it cannot cover 5 people and also show you background. So you need a wider lens. So we used anamorphic camera with anamorphic lenses, and we use multiple cameras. We also use some American techniques. Some of it, I wanted to cut the roof of the car and drop the camera so it can move 360 degrees inside. So yeah, technically we did everything. This is not a small film like that. I mean, we shot over 32 days on location inside actual moving car. We could have done this with green screen. We didn't do it. We went on the location. We did it. The BGM is done from France, with Matthias Duplessis, and so it's a properly mounted film, and it has optimum budget. But yeah, technically we played a lot with it.
ரித்திகா ஒரே நிமிஷம். ஆல் ஓவர் இந்தியாவில் நிறைய ஸ்டேட்டில் இன்னும் செக்ஷுவல் அபியூஸ்மெண்ட், ரேப்லாம் நடந்துகிட்டே இருக்குது. பர்சனலியாக நீங்கள் என்ன ஹையஸ்ட் பனிஷ்மெண்ட் கொடுக்குறீங்க நீங்கள் நினைக்கிறீங்க?
I will personally go and give them punishment. I cannot stand it. It absolutely breaks my heart. Every time I open my Twitter, every time I go to my Twitter home, I think there are at least 5-6 news articles that I see. 8-month-old baby, 3-month-old baby. Like, people are absolutely merciless and ruthless, and they deserve the exact same treatment in return. It absolutely boils my blood. Like, I could not even come up with an answer to this, because it makes me very angry that people think that we are all toys for their pleasure, and this happens to men, women, all kinds of people. It's just that men, I'm glad that now they have a platform. Slowly people are starting to come forward and speak their truth, but it happens more often than we know of, and I mean, I don't think any punishment is enough for such people.
சென்சார் சர்டிஃபிகேட் வாங்கிட்டீங்களா? ஏன்னா ட்ரெய்லர்ல சென்சார் சர்டிஃபிகேட் இல்லை.
He's saying censor certificate is not there in the trailer.
Yeah, but it is, I'm not sure why it's not there, but it has been passed by censor, otherwise you can't show it.
இல்லையே, ட்ரெய்லர்ல கண்டிப்பா சென்சார் சர்டிஃபிகேட் இருக்குது.
Sorry. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure why it's not attached to this, but it has been obviously certified by. And I understand you are saying it should be attached to it. I agree. I'm not sure why it is not attached to it.
சென்சார் வாங்கியாச்சா?
Censor has been done for the trailer, yes. For all languages. A-rated.
இந்த டயலாக் இதுக்கு முன்னால தமிழ் படங்களை நாங்க கேட்டதே இல்லை. ஏன்னா அவ்வளவு ரொம்ப அக்லியா இருக்கு. அது மட்டும் இல்ல, தமிழ்நாட்டுல வந்த படங்கள் எல்லாம் என்ன வேணா கொன்னுரு, எதுக்கு சித்திரவதை பண்ற அப்படின்னு தான் கேட்பாங்க. ஆனா இந்த ஹீரோயின் வித்தியாசமா சொல்றாங்க, என்ன வேணா பண்ணிக்க அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்களா? அது எப்படி?
Actually, we are not here this type of dialogue in Tamil films, first time. So don't do to me, don't push me to this. But she is telling that you can utilize me how many times and like that. Why should it be in this?
Because it's a trailer. It's not the entire film. The film is 100 minutes. The trailer is 2 minutes. So I have to show a landscape of the trailer, right? Of the story in the trailer. So you can imagine, see, the trailer takes you from point A to point B, because she's she has been shown she has been kidnapped, and to what extent psychologically she has been destroyed. Imagine for any women, it applies to men also, but in this case, for any women to say that to strangers, it's that itself is heartbreaking, you know.
டேரக்டர் சார், நீங்கள் பேசுகிறப்ப நீங்களும் ஒரு ஆர்டிஸ்ட்டு அப்புறம் ஃபிலிம் மேக்கர்னு சொன்னீங்க. யூ ஆர் ஆல்சோ ஒன் ஆர்டிஸ்ட்.
Me?
யா.
I am an artist behind the camera. Not.
ஓகே ஓகே.
This is the first time I am in front of cameras.
இந்த டிரைவருக்கு அதில் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இல்லை மாதிரி தெரியுது. அது என்ன, இந்த கார் டிரைவருக்கு அவங்க 3 பேர் பண்ணுறது மேலே இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இல்லை மாதிரி தெரியுது. அப்புறம் ஏன் அவர் கார் ஓட்டிட்டு வராரு?
Mama role they played, no, that film. The car driver is some mama play, no. He asking he is not interested in this role.
Why he is driving the car to support them?
Why is he?
Driving the car and support that for that incident. He is not interested.
Everything is in the film. Everything is in the film. I'm happy that you're asking me this question because that means the trailer works. You want to know more.
Ritika, finally ஒரு question.
I just need to know, during the course of your speech, you said that, you took the names of, you didn't take the names of the men, you identified these men and you said what goes on in their minds. This film is about, what goes on in their minds. Such a thought has never crossed in my mind or any of the male colleagues that I have. Correct? So, to make a film like this, what kind of research did you have to do? Have you spoken to the families of the perpetrators? Did you actually talk to the perpetrators themselves?
I spoke to a lawyer who represented 2 of not the Delhi case, something which happened in Mumbai, equally horrendous.
But this was a different incident.
Different incident. This film is not inspired by a single incident. It's inspired by multiple incidences. I spoke to a lawyer. Similar thing happened in Mumbai few 6-7 years back, where a girl was taken into ruins, the old buildings which are abandoned. She was taken over there and it was horrible. They made a video and all that. So I spoke to the lawyer and they were, from that I got a lot of insight,
So, I'm going by the fact that, by what you said, from what you spoke initially, it appeared to us that, the film is being made based on one incident. But now you're saying that, the number of incidents that you've actually...
Yeah, it says inspired by true incidents.
I realized that, but then during the course of your speech, you said one incident.
No, that triggered me to write the script.
Okay.
That started me. Why would anyone make a film like this? To make a film like this, you need a very strong reason. I in my own family, there have been, I won't go into details, but there have been, victims of this thing. But that incident really shook me, and that made me want to do something. And because I have very limited skills, I'm just a writer-director, so this is all I could do,
ஐயா, நீங்கள் ஒரு நேஷ்னல் வின்னர் ஆர்டிஸ்ட். இந்த படத்துக்காக உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது அவார்ட்ஸ் கிடைக்கும்னு நம்புறீங்களா?
அது தெரியாது. ஜஸ்ட் ஹோப்பிங் இந்த படம் கேன் ஃபைண்ட் இட்ஸ் ஆடியன்ஸ் லைக் ஐ செட். அதெல்லாம் நான் யோசிக்க இல்லை. பட் லெட்ஸ் see.
Director
Yes.
sir, in Ritika's speech, she told she is not have a audition directly onto the board. Why?
You're asking me all my secrets. Actually, we had been considering few options for her role. When actually Mr. Sajid Qureshi, the producer of the film, he suggested her name. So I had seen Sala Khadus by then, and I had really liked the film. But she was in a very different role in that. So I sent her the script ahead of time, and she was shooting in Bangalore. So I came from Mumbai to Bangalore to meet her. And when I met her the first time, she asked me all the correct questions about the script, which basically means she pointed out, sir, in this situation, a girl will not act like this, or a girl will not say like this. That means she had given it a lot of thought, not just like a role, whether I should do this role or not. The other factor was I really wanted somebody who was not a complete fresher, but also somebody who will trust me, because I was a first time director. So I wanted somebody who will like completely trust me into what I was trying to achieve. And so when she started asking me this question, I realized that she got really, the story really touched her. And later on I came to know she's very passionate about self-defense. In fact, she teaches, she does workshops in colleges and all that for young girls and women in self-defense. So this couple of factors added with her enthusiasm for the role. I mean, sir, this is an important film. We should do this just the way you have written. We should do this. We should not compromise. Which helped me a lot to go back to my producer and say, sir, it's not just me who is saying we should make it just like this. She also feels. And then the other people came on the board and they all supported that if we make this film, it has to be made like this with this kind of language, which is a very risky thing to do, but we got a lot of backing from Inbox Pictures, and that's why there was a discussion to shoot it outside. It's only highway, you don't know which highway it is, shoot it outside Mumbai on highway. So I said no. I said I need the weather, I need my artist in that mentality. When you're on location, the artists are also trapped. Because then they cannot go home. There is no change of pace, So that helped. And she has really delivered. If there is justice, she should get another national award for this. I personally feel.
Thank you.
Okay, now or சொல்றேன், because you asked me this question. He's saying
Why you are coming late? We are saying,
yeah,
start early, no?
Sir, I'll show you a message. Okay, now I'm going to speak the truth. My team told me, now the Satyama solren, I'll show you a message. We were supposed to be here at 9 p.m. Now hotel keeler, he'll say, I was there at 8:50, I was here around 9:05. I was here on time because we were given 9 p.m. for Chennai's press meet. I would never ever do this. I reached my hotel at 7:15 p.m.
Your time is 9 p.m.
Yeah, they told me 9 p.m.
Already you told me 6 p.m.
Nah, இது எனக்கு தெரியாது. I'll show you messages in my phone. I have proof. I will not lie like this.
Seri, okay, confusion.
I'm genuinely sorry. It's their fault because they miscommunicated, and I am to take blame for this, and I don't like this because I respect you guys a lot. You put in so much effort, you put in so much time to do this for us. So I am genuinely from the bottom of my heart sorry, extremely sorry, but this happened because of a very severe miscommunication. And before I even got on stage, I was extremely angry. I told my team, I said, this is not done. This is inefficiency on your part, and I will look bad in front of the press. So I am genuinely manichidunga. This will never happen again. I will henceforth I'll be extra careful and ask my team 10 times what is the correct time to be there. Because I was told umbod maniki and I was there at the right time. So I'm very sorry. According to what time they gave me, I was here. But because of this honest miscommunication, I'm genuinely sorry. I truly apologize.
Thank you.
Sorry?
Why Navil Radha is not coming?
அது தெரியாது.